All right. Tell me one pair of congruent angles. Wait, before you even started, what did you have to do? Thank you. I hope that's what you did. So my 8, is that going to be an 8? Is that an acute angle or an obtuse? Number 8?
Acute.
Okay, so that's going to be an A. 6, 5, 7. Thank you. Thank you.
So the answer, the value of x would be 35.
What are you talking about?
Number 4.
I'm not on number 4. I'm doing number 1. That's okay. I just thought I want to make sure we're on the same number. Okay, now I need to have 4 pair of congruent angles. Tell me one pair, someone. Robin? 1 and 8. Uh-oh.
Maybe.
That's 1. Someone else?
You stop having their feet. You're driving me nuts.
Thank you. Stop.
Stop. All right, next, Muhammad, since everybody's upset with you. 3 and 6. Awesome. Somebody else. Karen, you with me? What, am I handwriting that bad? 4 and what? Thank you. Last one.
Oh.
Angle 2 and angle, 2 and 6 works. Because there's 2 and 6. So basically what, 3 and 6 are also congruent. Those are alternate exteriors, and we know they're congruent. So you just needed to list 4. You're looking to see if they're both A's or are they both O's. Now we're looking for, we're looking for 2 pairs of supplementary angles. Huh?
No, I'm reading what
Very
you
good.
wrote.
Yeah, what's the relationship for supplementary angles?
Thank you.
What?
You're not.
What are they? Supplementary or what? They add to 180. Which ones were supplementary? How can we tell?
3 and 4.
5, 5
2 and 5.
2 and 5? Okay. What were you saying, Ron?
5 and 6.
5 and 6. Well, they are supplementary, and they're also, but they said don't use any linear pairs. 4
3
and 7.
and 4.
Okay, thank you. How you doing 4? You have to read those exclusions. You know what exclude means? Don't use, that's right. Leave out. Oh, this is awesome. I'm going to redraw this diagram because I put my A's and O's up top. This is 1, 2, oh boy, I didn't do that well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they asked us if the measure of angle 1 is 70. This angle right here is 70. What is the measure of angle 8?
7.
Now, thank you, why is that?
Because they're both acute.
They're both acute. See up here I have an A on number 1. So that means that my A is equal to 70. What would my obtuse angle be?
110.
110. But since we know that angle 8 is also an A, the measure of angle 8 has to be 70 degrees. I think you're getting it. Okay, so they said if the measure of angle 4 is 70, ooh, I like this, and the measure of angle 7 is 2x. So I'm going to put down here is 2x. Now first tell me, if angle 4 is 70, you see where angle 4 is? And the measure of angle 7 is 2x. what do we know about these two angles?
That 7 is an obtuse, so it equals 110. So then you just have to divide it with 110.
Wait 1 second, we're on a different problem. So we're talking about,
Yeah,
oh, so you wanted to use, I see what you did. What did you do?
you know how every 7 is an obtuse? And like, and then it goes all equals 110.
Okay,
So, you know, it has 2 times something. So I just divided, I put 110 divided by 2.
awesome, awesome. Okay, did you all understand what Rodell did? He said, well, he knew that if this is 70, that's not his acute angle, so he knows that his acute angle is 70, his obtuse angle is 110, but they told him that that 110 is 2x, 110 equals 2x, so then he divided both sides by 2, and he got x equals 55. Does that make sense? Well, let's see it another way. Because I could do it another way as well, yes.
70 equals 2x.
Okay, why did you say that 70 was 2x? What did you end up putting in for your O's and A's? Angle number 4 was 70. So 70 is what type of angle? Is that an acute or an obtuse? Okay, so if that's an acute angle, you see now? Yes, did you have a question, Madison?
Oh no, I was just gonna like.
Okay, let's hear how you did it.
Oh well, I was just gonna say, well, you know, acute and obtuse angles are supplementary, so you can just do 70 plus 2x equals 180.
Okay, wait 1 second. My acute is 70 plus
2x
mhm.
equals 180,
Suki,
and then just do yeah.
do the algebra. Exactly. Awesome. Both of those ways were correct. Both method got you the right answer. Awesome, awesome. That makes me super happy. Totally sucky. Oh, I gotta put this down. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, look, we're doing your proof. Oh, yeah.
Go down more.
Excuse me?
Go down more.
Oh, this makes us happy. Is there some way I can pull these up? All right. On this proof, we're given that A is parallel to B. So up here we see that these two lines are parallel. We need to prove that angle 1 and angle 8 are supplementary. So now, down here is your word bank that we're going to use for our statements and or reasons, okay? What do we always write given? So if they say that their first statement is A is parallel to B, we know that that was given. But please check, please check to make sure that that was your given. Don't assume, always read. Okay, now we just talked about angle pair relationships. If lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are congruent. Okay, so they're telling us that we have a pair of parallel lines, which in this picture up here are a pair of corresponding angles. 1 and 5. So that has to be our statement. Angle 1 and angle 5 are congruent to each other. They're corresponding angles. That's actually one of the reasons that you can use, because you know that whenever you have corresponding angles, you have congruent measures, equal measures. The next one, oh look, it's both blanks. Let's see. We have okay, now okay, if I tell you that the measure, if I tell you that angle 1 is congruent to angle 5, does that mean?
Yeah, that's congruent.
Okay, because we have to understand
Have equal measures.
they have equal measures. So this says the angle, meaning that the shape is congruent to the other shape. This next statement is telling us that their measures are equal. So shapes are congruent, measures are equal. So we can now say that if they're congruent, then they have equal measures. That's your reason. Does that make sense? So that's why we kind of correct you when you say, we have to say shapes are congruent, measures are equal. Angle 5 and angle 8 are supplementary.
Nobody
We know that 5 and 8 are supplementary because what kind of pair of angles are they? 5 and 8? Linear pair, thank you. So the nice person gave us that one. Now, if I say the measure of angle 5 plus the measure of angle 8 equals 180, why am I allowed to say that?
Because they're supplementary.
Okay, so that's our definition. By definition of supplementary, we know their measures add to 180. Duh, right? Now, if I know that I'm getting ready to use the substitution property, what am I going to be substituting into this?
Something equals 180.
Excuse me?
Something equals 180.
Well, we're going to either be substituting something in for the measure of angle 5 or something in for the measure of angle 8. What do we know? We know that 5 is equal to 1, right?
Measure 1. I mean, angle 1.
Thank you. The measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 8 equals 180. What do we substitute in? We substituted in the 1 where we had the 5. Why can we do that? Because their measures are equal. Hmm? Go ahead, tell me.
Nothing.
So what's my last reason?
Definition of supplementary.
We could say that measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 8, measure of angle 1 and angle 8 are supplementary by the definition of supplementary, because we know when two angles add up to 180, by definition they're called supplementary. I have to do it. I'm sorry. Okay. We're going to do one of these because you all will be able to do it on your own after that. It says find the measure of all the angles listed. First thing that I think that you should do is put in your strategies of A's and O's. That 132 has to be what type of angle? It has to be an obtuse angle. So I know that these are all going to be obtuse, and these are going to all be acute. And you all have to learn and memorize the patterns. But if you know that that's obtuse, wherever I have an O, it's 132. Wherever I have an A, it's going to equal what?
48.
Why do we know it's 48?
Because 32.
They have to equal 180, right?
Yeah.
All right, so now we're done. So the measure of angle 1 is what?
Angle 1 is
8.
48.
Yep. The measure of angle 2.
And please, you don't be lazy because I'm going to mark it wrong. Don't put 1 equals 48, 2 equals 48. 1 does not equal 48. The measure of angle 1 equals 48, but 1 does not equal 48. You need to use the proper notation.
The measure of angle 3 is.
Oh no.
The measure of angle 3 is.
There you go.
Oh, no.
Measure of angle 4. Measure of angle 5. I'm waiting. Measure of angle 6. What is it?
48.
And the measure of angle 7?
132.
And that's all you needed to do. But you need to list all of the angles, and everything comes from knowing that your obtuse angle has a measure of 132. No, it just helps us when we're grading. Please notice that these lines are marked as being parallel. You can only use A's and O's with parallel lines. Okay, let's go down and do one from the other page. You're going to do number 2 by yourself. Right, this one. All right. I love it. Notice something here. On this diagram, I have a pair of parallel lines. And if I have a pair of parallel lines cut by a transversal, you see how that's a transversal? If I were to extend these lines, you could see it looks just like our other picture, right? So this is an O, this is an A, this is an O, this is an A. Now, between the two parallel lines, on the same side of the transversal, if you didn't want to put A's and O's on, you could just memorize that same side, remember the S's, same side interior angles are what? Supplementary. So how can I write an equation to help me find the value of X here? Same side interior are supplementary. What can I write? Yes, Andrea? That's right. X minus 26 plus X equals 180. Okay? This is just like us writing A plus O equals 180. You see? All we did was substitute the value for A and substitute the value for O, and we know that A plus O is 180. So now we have 2x minus 26. This is fast algebra.
X plus X is 2X.
Oh, true.
Okay, we'll put the rest of the answers on Blackboard for these. It's just the same thing